The NBA never sleeps, and neither do its trade rumors. This time, it's Jimmy Butler, a man known as much for his tenacious play as his perfectly groomed coffee shop mustache making waves. The rumor mill suggests Butler reportedly has his eyes set on the Phoenix Suns, and the Suns in turn are considering a blockbuster trade involving Bradley Beal. Let's dive into why Butler wants Phoenix, Beal's no-trade clause drama, the challenges of his contract, and how this entire situation could either make the Suns title contenders or send them spiraling into Brooklyn Nets-style chaos. First, let's talk about why Jimmy Butler prefers Phoenix. It's not just the sunny weather or the thought of teaming up with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker that's luring Jimmy Butler to Phoenix. Butler reportedly prefers Phoenix because of owner Matt Ishbia's willingness to offer him a lucrative long-term contract. Oh yeah, rumor has it that the Suns are dangling a shiny 3-year, $110 million deal, which is enough to make anyone consider packing their bags. And if you have forgotten anyway, Butler is a one-of-a-kind player too. I mean, this dude is a 6-time NBA All-Star, a 5-time All-NBA team member, and a 5-time NBA All-Defensive team member. He won a gold medal as a member of the 2016 U.S. Olympic team. In 2015, he was named the NBA's Most Improved Player. Phoenix seems like the perfect landing spot for Butler, a franchise desperate to win now, a team filled with stars hungry for a championship, and an owner who's willing to open his wallet. Plus, let's be honest, Jimmy Buckets in the Valley of the Sun, that's a vibe. Before the Suns can roll out the red carpet for Butler, they have one big problem: Bradley Beal. The 3-time All-Star was supposed to be the third piece of their super team puzzle, but things haven't exactly gone according to plan. It's filled with so much drama, you'd think Netflix is involved in this somehow. And how good is Beal as a player? Well, he was selected by the Washington Wizards with the 3rd overall pick in the 2012 NBA Draft. In 11 seasons with Washington, he was named to the All-Rookie First Team in 2013, the All-NBA Third Team in 2021, and was a 3-time All-Star. Beal is second on the Wizards' all-time leading scorer list. Here's the kicker: Beal holds a no-trade clause, one of only 2 active ones in the NBA. The other belongs to a guy named LeBron James. You may have heard of him. This clause gives Beal complete control over where he goes, which means the Suns can't just ship him off to Detroit or Sacramento without his blessing. Then there's the bench snub. In a move that raised eyebrows across the league, the Suns recently benched Beal for the first time since his rookie contract. Some analysts believe this was a strategic decision, a subtle way to make him feel unwelcome and nudge him toward waiving his no-trade clause. Think of it as the basketball equivalent of ghosting someone you're dating. I told you, drama. So, how did Beal take this benching? About as well as you'd expect from someone making $50 million a year to play basketball. He expressed frustration, but diplomatically refrained from throwing his team under the bus. While he's clearly not thrilled, Beal has made it known that he has no intention of waiving his no-trade clause. He's settled in Phoenix, enjoying the desert life, and doesn't seem eager to move. That's a big slap to the cheek on his behalf to put things in perspective. Even if Beal wanted to leave, his contract is one of the biggest hurdles in the league. Let's break it down. Beal's deal is massive. $50.2 million this season, rising to $57.1 million by 2026. It's a contract so toxic that even teams like the Miami Heat, who Beal has previously shown interest in, are reluctant to take it on. Miami would much rather trade for expiring contracts to maintain future flexibility than committing to Beal's mammoth deal. To make matters worse, Beal isn't exactly lighting it up this season. His minus 8.1 net rating is the worst on the Suns, highlighting poor chemistry and fit. For a player making superstar money, his on-court impact has been far from superstar level. Now let's talk about some potential trade scenarios. If the Suns want Butler, they'll need to get creative. A three-team trade might be the best way to make it happen. Here are some possibilities. If De'Aaron Fox were to leave Sacramento, the Kings could use Beal as a replacement. The Suns could receive Butler, while the Kings might send assets like Malik Monk or Kevin Huerter to sweeten the deal. Detroit Pistons has cap space and young players, but convincing Beal to waive his no-trade clause for a rebuilding team might require a miracle. The Miami Heat could take on Zach LaVine from the Chicago Bulls, but his fit alongside Tyler Herro raises questions. Would the Bulls consider flipping Beal in a deal? Probably not without significant incentives. Beal's reluctance to leave Phoenix complicates everything. Even if the Suns find a trade partner willing to take on his contract, they still need his approval. On top of that, many teams around the league view Zach LaVine as a more attractive trade target due to his lower contract value and younger age. The Suns are walking a tightrope. Their experiment with building a super team around Durant, Booker, and Beal has so far been rocky. Injuries, poor chemistry, and a thin roster have exposed significant flaws in their approach. If the Suns can't figure things out, they risk losing their biggest stars. Kevin Durant, who didn't sign a contract extension, could consider leaving if the situation worsens. And if Durant bolts, don't be surprised if Devin Booker follows him out the door. The Suns are dangerously close to becoming the next Brooklyn Nets and unhappy superstars. If they mishandle the Beal situation or fail to address their roster depth, they could be looking at a full-blown rebuild in a few years. So, will Jimmy Butler join the Suns? At this point, it's anyone's guess. The Suns have the money, the need, and the interest in Butler, but the Beal situation looms large. If Phoenix can't offload Beal or convince him to waive his no-trade clause, their dreams of forming a new super team with Jimmy Buckets might remain just that, a dream. One thing's for sure, this trade rumor is peak NBA drama. Stay tuned, folks. Things are about to get spicy in the desert. What are your thoughts on this rumor? Let us know in the comments down below. How familiar are you with the Pelican curse and its overwhelming impact on the franchise and its players as a whole? Check out this video to find out about this curse.